Let's start class. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Eden. I'm here at Blissful.Energy and we're going to do family yoga. This is my family, my son Oliver, my daughter Eliza, and my mom Tracy. So we're just going to play a little bit of a round robin, and this is where each one of us names a pose, and then I will try to instruct you as best I can through it. So my first pose is easy pose. This is just where you do crisscross applesauce, lotus position, where you bring one heel on top of the other, or just whatever you can do today, right? So I like just crisscross applesauce. I'm placing my hands on my knees and sitting up as tall as possible. The crown of my head is reaching towards the sky. And we're just going to take 3 to 5 breaths here through our nose and out of our nose. And setting the intention for our practice today. And if you have Ujjayi breath in your practice, you can go ahead and activate it. One more breath, and then Eliza will have her pose. Open your eyes slowly, and what is the next pose, Eliza?
It is, I don't know what it's called.
Well, let's see it. It's
It's
forward fold. So let's go ahead and straighten our legs. We're going to bring our arms up and over and fold. So you don't have to touch your feet. If you touch your shins or your ankles, that's perfect. And I like to do a little bit of a moving forward fold. So every time you breathe in, you look up, and every time you breathe out, you come a little closer to your knees. So 3 breaths here. You got it. And on the next inhale, we can just sit all the way up. And what is the next position? Did you forget? Well, just think about anything that's seated. What about your neck?
Oh. Put my feet back together.
Yeah.
And stretch my neck.
Yeah, so we're going to do neck rounds. So ear to shoulder. Look up, other ear to shoulder, and then chin to chest. So we'll do this 3 times going one way, 3 times going the other way. And we want to take a break in between so we don't get dizzy.
How do you breathe through that?
So we're breathing in whenever we look up, and we breathe out as we look down. So let's take a little break. We've done it 3 rounds one way, and now we're going to go the other way. Okay? So ear to shoulder, and I like to do chin to chest, other ear to shoulder. And if this feels like this is the same way you were going, then probably go the other way. So we're doing it 3 times. All right, and now let's look back, and hopefully we're not dizzy. Anybody dizzy? Ooh, a little dizzy, yeah. All right, so what position do you have, Oliver?
child's pose.
We're gonna go into child's pose. So on your hands and knees. If you have sensitive knees, you can put the blanket under your knees. And we're gonna widen our knees a little wider than our hips, sit back on our heels, and there's a couple different ways you can do child's pose. So you can have your arms out in front of you, placing your forehead on the ground, or we can place our arms beside us. Shoulders are resting on our knees. And we're just going to take 3 to 5 breaths here. Just relaxing and releasing. And on the next exhale, place your hands in front of you. And I'm going to do downward facing dog. So we'll come back onto our hands and knees. Tuck those toes. Make sure your wrists are directly under your shoulders. And we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we lift our hips into the air. So we want to relax our head and neck, pressing our chest towards our thighs, pressing our heels down. Your heels do not have to touch the ground. And if your knees don't straighten all the way, go ahead and just bend those knees. That's okay. Maybe 2 more breaths here through our nose. And then Eliza, what's the next pose?
Warrior 2.
Warrior 2. So we're going to step one foot between our hands. Place your hands on your knee to find that balance. And then we're going to open our arms up into Warrior 2. Our hips are open. Making sure that knee is directly on top of that ankle. Oliver, stack that knee on your ankle. Your knee's a little past your ankle, Mom. Looking over that front middle finger and breathing 3 more breaths here. Tightening those abs. Arms out.
I just did 3 breaths.
And on the next exhale, we're going to stand all the way up and we're going to do it on the other side, okay? So breathing in, because we have to do both sides. Breathing out, go ahead and step the back foot back. Find your balance, hands on your knees maybe, and then open up. Back foot's at a 45-degree angle, zipping up those abs again. 3 more breaths. Making sure that front knee is bent directly over that ankle. And on the last exhale, go ahead and step forward. And then what is the pose you would like to do, Mom?
Oh, we're back at me?
Yeah.
We're going back this way.
Oh, we're going this way.
The crescent.
Crescent pose. So feet are hip width apart. We're going to reach our hands up, clasp them together. I like to do a pointer's finger, breathing in. Standing up as tall as possible, breathing out. We're going to let our hips go to one side, hands and feet, well, hands go to the other side. And then we're going to look up past that arm. So breathing in here, we're going to breathe out and switch sides slowly but surely. Hold. Looking past that arm, 1 breath here, and then standing up tall. All right, arms back down. That was really great. What about you, son?
Warrior 1.
Warrior 1. So let's step back at the top of our mat. Huh?
No, what is it?
Eliza did Warrior 2.
Sorry.
It's okay. So we'll step back with 1 foot, once again in that same position, but I'm on the ball of my foot this time. You can have it at a 45-degree angle if you find that your balance is off. And then we're going to lift our hands up, looking through those hands, zipping up those abs, strengthening your arms. So roll those shoulder blades down your back. 3 more breaths here. And on the next exhale, step forward. And we're going to do it to the other side. All right, so stepping back with the leg that you had forward. Knee over ankle, lifting those hands up once you find your balance. Breathing here. Zipping up those abs. Really strengthening your thighs. Maybe 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, step forward. And then we're going to take it all the way down, laying down on the ground. All right, so what I'm going to do, you're doing the twist, right, Eliza?
Yeah.
Knees to chest, I thought.
Oh no, it was knees to chest. Yeah. She's doing twists.
All right, what I'm going to do is we're going to pull in one knee while the other leg goes out long. Now, if you find that you're not that flexible, you can always have this bottom leg bent. That's totally okay. But to really get that stretch, I want you to pull that knee towards the same side shoulder, breathing in and breathing out. Three more breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and release that leg down. We're going to pull in the other knee. So we have to do both sides. Pulling that knee towards the same side shoulder. And on the next exhale, you can go ahead and release. And what's the next pose, Eliza?
Knees to chest.
Knees to chest. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull both knees in, hug ourselves. Just 3 more breaths here. Closing your eyes and relaxing. All right, on the next exhale, what's the next pose, Mom?
Side to side.
A twist.
Twist.
So we're going to go ahead and let our knees drop to one side. Bringing our arms out into a T. Both shoulders are touching the ground. Looking at that back hand if you can. You don't have to. You can look straight at the ceiling. 3 breaths in this position. And on the next exhale, go ahead and lift those knees up, and we're going to let them drop towards the other side. Arms are still out in that T. Both shoulders are touching the ground, looking at that back hand if you can or want to. 3 breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and lift those knees up. What's the next, the last position, Oliver?
Oh, it's
Savasana? Always Savasana. So go ahead and lengthen your legs. Let your feet fall to the sides. You can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest or on your heart. And we're just going to close our eyes and think about all the hard work we did today. Be grateful we took the time to stretch it out. next inhale, we can lift our arms over our head, wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes. And we're gonna bring one knee up and then the other and turn to one side for a second. And then we'll sit all the way up slowly whenever you're ready. And I want to say thank you so much for joining us today in our family yoga. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you had fun. And we will see you next time. Namaste.